Welcome to Not Your Sports by No Lefts. We do it all here. We have everybody, rappers, actors. We get back to guests real soon. Rappers, actors, celebrities, hood celebrities, you name it, we got it. Okay? Please like and share the page. Please like and share the page. We got to talk to these Big Blue Dope fans. That's probably officially the worst fan base in America. It's just a fact. They have no clue in what they're talking about. And it's one thing to be getting your ass kicked every week, but to not even have a clue in what you're talking about is a whole nother problem for me. Okay, so we're going to discuss them. Raw Sports, current topics, scheduled showtimes. Monday, 6 p.m. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Now, things are happening in my life, so be wary of those times. Those times may change very soon. Okay? Don't forget my brother's show, The Social Breakdown. Oh, no, what is it? I'm sorry. Chris Epps Presents. I always do that. Chris Epps Presents every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on Tradio. Also, please don't forget www.bussamove.com. Party Bus for Kids. Please don't forget that. Okay, that's my main big slug bus. Okay, it's a party bus for kids. Bus parks right in front of your house. Your kids get out the bus and leave the house, and right in front of the house, go have a good time riding the bus. No clean up, none of that foolishness. The Dodgers are winning 4-0. I don't even know who won the first game today. But before I touch on anything, listen. If nobody's going to shout out my boy, his daddy got you. I'm proud of my son. My son is now the number one receiver. He is now the number one receiver. That's right, one. He is now the number one receiver in Long Island. Not just Suffolk County. Not just Suffolk County. He's number one in Long Island. I got to give it up for my boy. My boy works. I've never seen. I'll be very honest with you. I've been coaching 25 years. 25 years. Be very honest with you. I've never seen a player work as hard as he does. I've been coaching for 25 years. I played for 7 years. I've seen one guy work as hard as he does. His name is James Mancuso. He went to Georgia Tech. I have never seen a guy work as hard as he does. Now it's even equating off the field. Now it's all coming together off the field, too. His progress reports have been fantastic. So I'm going to shout out my son. My son is the number one receiver in Long Island, goddammit. 35 catches, 420-something yards, 430-something yards, something along those lines. 2 touchdowns, okay? I wish those could turn into wins. There's been some mistakes. I wish they could turn into wins. Dre Lazo was good. But shout out to my son, Nolan Epps from the Bayshore Marauders, Bayshore High School. He is currently the number one receiver. And the second kid is probably going to, if he has a bad week this week, he's still probably be the number one receiver. It's going to take a big week, a super big week to catch him. And the kid that's behind him, unfortunately, is hurt, may be out for the season. So I wish that kid could play because I want my son to compete. I want him to compete for that spot. But hey, he's doing his thing. I'm happy for him. So congratulations, special shout out to my son Nolan Epps, the number one receiver in Long Island. Number one in Long Island. But there's a lot of things we got to talk about, people. A lot of things we got to talk about. Let's start with, I was preparing to talk about football. Preparing to open up about football. But then this video comes across my page. What's up? What's up, Michael Robinson? This video comes across my page, and I was totally confused. It was a video of LaMelo still playing basketball, still playing in Lithuania. I didn't even know he was still playing in Lithuania. Marie, can you turn this light on? So he's still playing in Lithuania. He got a haircut. He's looking more like an adult. But then I read across the top and it says, LaMelo slaps a Lithuanian player. Now, most of y'all know I stay on the Ball family. I stay on them. Because to me, they're a bunch of nincompoops. Especially the father. Lonzo ain't as good as people think he is. The other one's a thief. This one, the younger one, is a cherry picker. He's a cherry picker. And the father is a degenerate. But let's do this. Hold on. I gotta get one thing. I gotta get one thing in the background. Yeah, this guy. I gotta get this guy in the background. This guy's number one, people. This guy right here. He's number one. That guy right there, he's number one, and I gotta get him in. I gotta get him in, Hal Davis. I'm sorry. I gotta get him in. He's number one in Long Island. Number one receiver in Long Island. That guy right there. LeVar has his own fake national team. Yeah. So as I was saying, hold on, let me get this straight, because he's number one. That guy right there, he's number one in Long Island. He's number one in Long Island. That's my guy. Okay? So yeah, so as I was saying, LaMelo will slap the shit out of somebody. And surprisingly enough, if you watch the film carefully, that dude deserved to have the shit slapped out of him. Yup, that's right, I said it. I am on LaMelo's side on this one. That dude deserved to have the shit slapped out of him. If you watch the video very, very carefully, he fouled LaMelo, or LaMelo fouled him. I don't know where it was going. But their momentum carries them out of bounds. And when the momentum carries him out of bounds, he kind of pets the back of LaMelo's head like he was a little dog. He kind of pets the back of his head. And when he pets the back of his head, LaMelo turns around and slapped the shit out of him. You know what? We ain't no goddamn dogs. Yes, he deserved to be slapped. Yes, LaMelo got two older brothers. He has to fight when he plays ball. No, he don't have to fight. He don't have to fight. That wasn't the reason why. This wasn't a basketball thing. This was more of a disrespect thing. Yo, dude petted him like a dog. Yeah, he deserved to have the shit slapped out of him. Sorry. Ben Patton, your boy, look at your boy right here. Your boy's number one in Long Island. Number one receiver in Long Island. We got to get these wins, though. They got to go on a 4-game winning streak. They really, really do. But yeah, Aisha, what's up, baby? Yeah, he pet LaMelo like LaMelo was a dog. LaMelo slapped the shit out of him. You know what? He deserved it. He deserved it. Now, here's the question. Does this affect LaMelo? I think LaMelo ain't going nowhere near the NBA. I don't think he's going to get an opportunity to go anywhere near the NBA. But does this affect LaMelo's chances at all at getting in the NBA is the question. I don't think he's ever going to get a chance. But does this make it even worse? Because in all honesty, as much as I get on the Ball family, LaMelo is 100% correct in slapping the shit out of homeboy. Craig Davis, what's up? Your man's number one, Craig Davis. You're number one in Long Island. That's your man right there. So, LaMelo Ball, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. For the first time, I can honestly say, I ain't mad at you. I'd have slapped the shit out of him too. He gonna pet him. Yeah, he deserved to have the shit slapped out of him. So let's move on. We got Monday night's game. We're not going to discuss that yet because I know Craig is chopping at the bit. But I have bigger fish to fry. John Jarman, what's up, baby? I have bigger fish to fry. The Big Blue Dope fan is probably the worst fan in football. Let me say it again. The Big Blue Dope fan is probably the worst fan in football. Everybody knows I'm a Cowboys/Jets fan. So that means I can't stand the Big Blue Dopes. And I really, really, really have a problem with the Big Blue Dopes. I've always had a problem with them. I think they're a terrible organization, and people are running around here talking about, oh, they're going to get Colin Kaepernick when John Mara is definitely a Donald Trump supporter. So the Big Blue Dopes will never get their hands on Colin Kaepernick. But let's talk about how the Big Blue Dope fan wants to blame Eli Manning for everything wrong with the Big Blue Dope offense. Damn it, I'm a quarterback. And I'm a quarterback by nature. I'm a quarterback by heart. The quarterback's going to get too much blame, and he's going to get too much credit. Here's a situation. Now, when he won the Super Bowls, he got too much credit. Because Eli, and I've been telling y'all this for a long time, Eli has never been that good. He's never been that good. He's riding off his daddy's name. He's never been that good, people. He's always been a turnover machine. He's always been a hint above average. Even when y'all was trying to put him in the top 5. Brian Porter was good. Cory Booker, what's up? Cory Booker, I got to talk to the Big Blue Dope fans. Eli has never been that good. When you won the 2 Super Bowls, okay, he made 2 good throws the whole game. He's never been that good. But y'all wanted to give him so much credit. He won 2 Super Bowls. He was better than Romo. I'm here to tell you. Eli was never better than Romo. On Romo's worst day. Eli has been more lucky than good. That's a fact. He's always been a turnover machine. Go look at his numbers. He's always been a turnover machine. But hold on a second. What's going on with the Big Blue Dopes today is not, I repeat, not Eli Manning's fault. It is not Eli Manning's fault. Let me tell you guys something about football. All you guys, all my friends, my Facebook friends, the Big Blue Dope fans who want to blame Eli Manning. And I'm going to talk from a coach's perspective. Because my team, even my son's team, is very similar to the Big Blue Dopes. But let's talk about my team. My team, I have a good quarterback. I have a good running back. I have a solid group of receivers. From tackle to tackle, I don't know what I'm going to get all the time. So let's just talk from a play calling plays, because now you want to throw the Big Blue Dope coach, Pat Schumer, under the bus. Let me explain something to you. When you got an offensive line that every single time your quarterback gets dropped, I don't give a damn if it's a quick play. I don't give a damn if it's a screen play. 3-step drop, 5-step drop, 7-step drop. I don't give a damn what it is. Every single play he gets hit, that's a problem. Sometimes the hits when he gets the ball away is worse than the sack. Let me say that again. Sometimes the hits, when he gets the ball away, is worse than the sack. Poor Eli Manning is getting pummeled. Eli Manning is getting pummeled on a 3-step drop. A 3-step drop equals a 5-step, a 5-yard, 7-yard route. That's what it equals. 3-step drop, 5-yard route. Poor Eli is getting pummeled. Eli is getting pummeled on checkdowns. He's getting pummeled. Then you got these big blue dope fans. They're on ESPN. They're on WFAN. They're on the Stephen A. Show. They're on No Lap's Facebook line. They're in Instant Classic Sports. They're everywhere talking about Eli is a bum, or Pat Schumer is not a good coach because they don't throw the ball down the field. Hello, you can't throw the ball down the field. You don't have an offensive line that can hold the block for 3 to 4 seconds. To throw the ball down the field, you have to be able to block for 3 to 4 seconds. It's going to take you 2 seconds to get to your 7-step drop. How dare you be mad? How dare you be mad at Eli? That's coaching's fault. They signed Nate Solder, drafted Hernandez, who's supposed to be good. So that's the coaching staff? Or is that the GM? Is that the coach or the GM? Now, Craig, because Craig likes to fire everybody. Fire the coach. It's always the coach's fault. It's always the coach's fault. Okay, again, Nate Solder, I told y'all this from the gate, that he wasn't that good. From the second that they got him, he wasn't that good. But no don't know what he's talking about. And to take on Hernandez is a great run blocker. Great run blocker. Hold on. Let me get my man's number 1 in Suffolk County. My man's number 1 in Suffolk County, yo. Solder was heralded in New England. Craig, how could it be heralded in New England when Bill Belichick let him go? Bill Belichick didn't sign him. How could it be heralded in New England? If he was heralded in New England is Gronkowski. Heralded in New England is Tom Brady. They ain't letting them go. They let Solder walk. How is that herald in New England? But as I was saying, the book on Hernandez, great run blocker, can't pass block for shit. So let me put it in perspective for you guys who are just fans. And you're just fans of the game and not students of the game. So now you got 5 guys who can't block. To top it all off, they're doubling number 13 in the secondary. Sometimes he's getting triple teamed, but he's damn sure getting double teamed. So where you going with this ball with a 7-step drop with Eli, who can't even run for his life if he wanted to? He can't even run if he wanted to. He ran last week and almost got decapitated. Why do you want to blame the coach? The coach's playbook has been cut a half. He cut the defenses, like the Cowboys defense, cut the playbook a half. There's no deep plays. When Eli gets sacked 6 times. And guess what? You knew this in, March, April? The draft was in April. You knew this in April. But you still wait and got Saquon Barkley. I understand Bill didn't sign him, but he was considered a top LT. Who didn't sign him? Solder's considered a top left tackle, because, Craig, you don't understand football. So he's considered a top left tackle to you. To anybody who understands football, to all the experts, like myself, yes, like myself, Solder was never a top left tackle. I seen Jackie Slater play. I seen Anthony Munoz play. I seen John Hanna play. Hell, I seen Jumbo Elliott play. Hell, I seen DeBrickashaw Ferguson play. Solder ain't better than none of those guys. Solder ain't better than none of those guys. He ain't better than DeBrickashaw Ferguson, Anthony Munoz, John Hanna, Jackie Slater. He's average at best. But the New York media, Karen Elliott, what's up, baby? Boogie was good. The New York media made Solder to be bigger than what he really was. He's not that good. He's average. First of all, he's not athletic. And think about the DNs, the outside linebackers that play today. He's not very athletic. He can't block Von Miller. Solder can't block Von Miller. Solder can't block Mack. Bullshit, no. Did he make a Pro Bowl? Craig, making the NFL Pro Bowl, Solder is trash. Making the Pro Bowl in the NFL is not hard to do. It is not hard to do. One guy gets hurt, you're in. One guy fakes the injury, you're in. Making the NFL Pro Bowl is not hard to do. None of them want to even play in that shit. Cut it out, Craig. Bullshit Pro Bowl. Were they not saying he was good on the NFL Network, ESPN? I don't give a damn what he was saying on ESPN or the NFL Network. I told you he was trash, and you don't want to listen to me. I told you the man was trash when they signed him. Solder is trash. That's a fact. Is Solder on the level of Tyron Smith? Let's answer that question. They play the same position. Is he better than Tyron Smith? Is Solder better than Tyron Smith? Is he even on his level? He's not a top right tackle. And they have him at left tackle. Oh, my goodness. Solder, yes, Solder should be ever. He's not even athletic enough. Look at the caliber of the left tackles in the NFC East. That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. He's not better than Tyron Smith. Let me tell you something. He ain't better than DeBrickashaw Ferguson. By the way, that's my guy right there. Number one receiver in Long Island. That guy right there. Him. He's not on the level of Trent Williams. Trent Williams is a dog. Let's not laugh at that. Let's not laugh at that. Trent Williams is a dog. Nate Solder. And let me tell you something about your boy Belichick. And Solder was that goddamn good, and he got a 40-year-old Tom Brady behind him, oh, he'd have kept Solder. Oh, he'd have kept Solder. He'd have made it work. He'd have kept Solder if Solder was that good. Solder was never that good. So now, let's talk about the playbook. Let's talk about the playbook that has shrunk. Trent, Tyron, and old boy from Philly are some dope. Solder ain't on their level at all. Let's call it what it is. But see, Craig lives in Queens, and Craig don't leave Queens. All Craig know is New York media. All day long. All day long. He can't think outside the box. He can't think outside of New York media. Only the closest he gets outside of New York media, Shaq Black was good. The closest he gets out of New York media is watching the Kansas City Chiefs. It's watching the Kansas City Chiefs. So whatever he hears on ESPN, whatever he hears on the NFL Network, that's gospel to Craig. That's gospel to Craig. By the way, that guy right there, #1 receiver in Long Island, right there. That guy right there. All 5'9", 158 pounds of him. Does he even make the top 100 list as players? Does he make the top 100 player list? No. Is he a top 15 left tackle in the league? Hell no. But again, Lonnie Brown, my guy. Lonnie Brown, what's good with you, boy? But as I was saying, the playbook is now cut at half.
What's up?
Hey! Here he is. Oh, don't crush their hands. That's the money makers right there. Don't crush their hands. #1 receiver in Long Island. You need a haircut. And make sure them garbage cans go in the back. Make sure them garbage cans get in the back. #1 receiver in Long Island. That guy right there. That guy right there. But anyway, Wallace P. Parham. Now, as I was saying, the playbook is cut in half. And then you got them double teaming Odell. Then you got they can't block. They couldn't even block a simple line stunt against the Dallas Cowboys. This was a simple line stunt. This wasn't no elaborate shit. They couldn't even block that. Now, if you can't block the front four, now what happens when they send linebackers? What happens when they send 6 and 7 at one time? What happens when they do that? And the big blue dope fan is trying to blame Eli. Oh, Eli ain't mobile. That's why he can't throw the ball down the field. You knew he wasn't mobile in April. You knew he wasn't mobile at the draft. But you took Saquon Barkley because you think that everything that glitters and you think everything glitters is go. Jalen Smith got after Eli ass. Hell yeah. I was at the game yesterday, Coach. Odell was bugging out. Oh, we gonna get on his ass in a second. That shit was high school stunts. You ain't lying, Wallace. It was high school stunts. Eli ain't never been mobile, but you still went and draft Saquon Barkley. So now you're talking about, oh, at least we can run the ball. Y'all can't even run the ball because this O-line is disgusting. When your running back has to make a guy miss in the backfield before he even gains a yard, that is not good O-line play. Here is good O-line play. Remember this, people. Remember who told you this first. I'm going to tell you what every good O-line coach tells his O-line. Your job is to create another line of scrimmage that's ahead of the line of scrimmage that you started at. I'm going to say it again. Offensive lineman's job is to create another line of scrimmage ahead of where they started. I'm going Sunday to watch them play the Panthers. They in trouble. Waste of a draft pick if you ask me. Again, everything that glitters ain't gold. Saquon Barkley's a dog. Saquon Barkley's not the guy for this team. Because them drafting Saquon Barkley means this. The big blue dopes are going to be bad for the next 10 years. The big blue dopes are going to be bad for the next 10 years. Unless they trade Odell. See, they got all their money tied up in a wide receiver. And the quarterback is 37 years old. Odella's meltdown is coming, people. Did you see him last week? He is 730. He's certified. Barkley is special, and they are wasting his talent. I agree with you. Should have drafted an old lineman. Not in the first round. There was no offensive linemen that were good in this first round. There wasn't. They should have drafted, thank God they didn't, they should have drafted Sam Darnold. They should have drafted Sam Darnold and should have went with an average. They should, here's, if they had a good GM, this is what they would have done. They would have got Isaiah Crowell and drafted Sam Darnold. And put Darnold on the bench for a year and eventually get Eli to go to Jacksonville. And then take some of their defensive players. That's what they would have done if they was thinking forward. They would have drafted Darnold for a year. Darnold got him for a year. Let Eli play this 1 year out. Let him sit on the bench. Game 8, put Eli ass on the bench so he don't get hurt. He's not damaged goods. Send him over there with Tom Coughlin in Jacksonville. Yeah, send him over there with Tom Coughlin in Jacksonville. And they make a trade for a linebacker with Eli Manning. Justin Herbert from Oregon is special. Somebody got to get paid some damn time. Again, Craig, this is why Craig, when's the last time you left New York? Craig don't leave New York. All Craig knows is New York media. He don't leave New York. I'm not paying no wide receiver. I'm not paying a wide receiver, and I damn sure ain't paying no D tackles. A D tackle can't be the highest paid guy on your team. A wide receiver can't be the highest paid guy on your team. The wide receiver is the most needy this person on the field. Let me explain what has to happen for a wide receiver just to touch a ball. Just for a quarterback to look at his direction. Let me tell you what has to happen. You have to get a good snap. You have to get good protection. You have to get a good throw. And he has to catch. 4 things has to happen before a receiver even catches a ball. He is the most needy guy on the field. Or Justin Herbert from Oregon is special. That's arm talent. New York Giants deserve it because they were afraid of getting rid of Eli, so they gotta suffer. Oh, now you talking different. Not a wide receiver that gets hurt like him. Odell hasn't been hurt a lot. Odell isn't the highest paid though. Eli is. Craig don't get it. Craig just don't get it. He don't get it. Let me tell you something. Why has New England been good? Why has New England been good? Why has New England been good for so long is the question. Somebody tell me why New England has been so good for so long. Come on, somebody tell me. Eli gets the bag on that team, though. Look it up. I'm not talking about that. I ask you a question. Why has New England been so good for so long? You pay your QB and replace everyone else. Darnold can move. He would have been a good match with Odell. That's a fact. But anyway, you don't pay. Listen, who was the big Bill Belichick was telling y'all for a long time. QB and the coach. Okay, QB and the coach. But here's what Belichick was telling you a long time. People went crazy. And I remember this like it was yesterday. People went crazy when he got rid of Lawyer Milloy. Remember Lawyer Milloy? Y'all remember Lawyer Milloy? He sent his ass to Buffalo. Lawyer Milloy was talking that money shit. Boom, you got to go. People went crazy when he got rid of who's the big outside linebacker with the curly hair? The light-skinned boy. What was his name? The big outside linebacker. Because New England doesn't tie himself a cap and payroll heavy. You know that's right. But thank you. So now that you know that, Craig, because I'm going to teach you, Craig. I'm going to teach you right now. Who was the big outside linebacker? just like James Collins. Who was the big outside linebacker? Because we got to get on Earl Watson in a second. Who was the big outside linebacker with the S curl? Who was the big outside linebacker with the S curl? He sent his ass, he was talking some money shit, sent his ass to Oakland. You go ahead out there to Oakland, you want to talk that money shit. Randy Moss, Willie McGinnis, that's his name. Willie McGinnis. Willie McGinnis is talking that money shit. Hey, Willie. Yo, Al Davis, come get him. Come get him, Al Davis. You pay him. We ain't paying him over here. Okay? Randy Moss. Randy Moss broke the record for, 50 touchdowns in one season or something like that from a receiver? Something crazy, 25, 26, 30 touchdowns. Randy Moss started talking that money shit. Hey, come get him. We ain't paying him. They paid 3 people on that team. You look at that New England team, you can't even tell who's on the defense right now. You don't know anybody on that defense. Oh, yeah, 23 touchdowns that 1 year. This is after he had 23 touchdowns and only lost 1 game. Hey, come get Randy. Randy over here talking crazy. As soon as you talk that money shit to Bill Belichick, he is sending your ass out of there. Tell me somebody who play on that defense. Come on, I'll wait. And let me tell you something. His quarterback, who y'all say is the best in the league, his quarterback ain't even the highest paid in the league. They paid 3 Malcolm Butler. Oh, Malcolm Butler. What? He said Malcolm Butler ain't playing because he wasn't that good. Is that proven to be right all of a sudden? Malcolm Butler made 1 play. He was in the right place at the right time. And that wasn't about Malcolm Butler. That was about dumbass Pete Carroll. He's paid, the New England Patriot organization, Craig Davis, has paid 3 people. Since Belichick has been there, they paid 3 people. They've paid Gronkowski. They've paid Brady. And those 2 are supposed to be the best at their position, and they're both not the highest paid at their position. And they paid Aaron Hernandez. And look where that got him. You say Solder is a bum. That's why Bill got rid of him. But the others, you named are Hall of Famers. Craig. Okay, let's just think common sense. By the way, that guy right there, #1 receiver in Long Island. But let's do this right, Craig. Let's just think common sense, Craig. You got a 40-year-old quarterback to whom people want to say is the best in the league. This 40-year-old quarterback is talking about playing till he's at least 45 years old. So if Nate Solder was so damn good, why would you get rid of him? Why would you not sign him? Hernandez dumbass was a monster. Only 3 people have been paid in that Bill Belichick tenure. That's Aaron Hernandez, Gronkowski, and Brady. Those are the only 3 people that has been paid from that New England Patriot team. To Bill Belichick, you are just a number. You are just a number. And when that number ain't right, you got to go. He's the best at managing the salary cap. So he will never pay a Dominican Sue, what Dominican, $90 million? He would never pay Aaron Donald. He let, who's the one, Jim Jones, the Jones boy. He let that Jones boy go. That Jones boy was dominant. They knew how good he was. They knew how good he was. They let Miami ass up yesterday. Yeah, they sure did. He's 40 years old. How come he doesn't take a legit pay cut so they can sign some talent? He did. He does take a legit pay cut. What are you talking about? Wait, go look at how much Brady makes. I think Brady makes $20 million a year. I think it may be even less than that. Then go look at how much money Drew Brees makes. Then go look at how much money Matt Stafford makes. Then go look at how much money Aaron Rodgers makes. Go look at how much money they make. Craig, you talking, you don't know what you're talking about, Craig. Go look at how much money Eli Manning makes. Brady is underpaid compared to Stafford. He took 2 pay cuts. That's a fact. Kobe, talk your shit. He took 2 pay cuts already. Just so they can sign players. Do you realize that Brady, if he wanted to make the most money in the league, half those guys that they accumulate would not be playing for him. Kirk Cousins makes $84 million over what, 10 years? Go ask how much Brady made. Teams who pay wide receivers, make wide receivers, defensive tackles, their highest paid players, they can only do that with a quarterback who's on a rookie deal. For example, the LA Rams. The only reason the Rams could pay Aaron Donald all that goddamn money is because the quarterback is still on a rookie deal. Now, I'm going to give you an example of it going the wrong way. Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford gets paid so much money that guess what? They can't put the proper talent around him. Your boy Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers deserves his money, but because Aaron Rodgers makes so much money, they couldn't get Khalil Mack. They couldn't get Khalil Mack. Aaron Rodgers, $20 million per year per barrier. Still at 40 plus years of age. Shouldn't be making $20 million. His numbers don't say that, Craig. His numbers don't say he shouldn't be making $20 million. His numbers say he's top. He's got 5 Super Bowl rings. He was just in the Super Bowl last year, Craig. Matt Stafford hasn't sniffed the Super Bowl. Because he's one good lick from a career-ending injury. So why not cut his pay more? See, Craig don't pay attention. Craig don't pay attention. What do you notice about Tom Brady and getting hits? What do you know about Tom Brady getting hit? What do you know about him so far? My bad, that was a typo. Sam Bradford is a fucking thief. You know that's right. Old boy out in England pretended to be the franchise. Oh, he's overpaid too. He was making $110 million in 2013 when most QBs were making $20 million. But what do you know about Tom Brady? As soon as thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian. As soon as Tom Brady smelled trouble, Tom Brady lays his ass down. Tom Brady don't take no hits. Tom Brady will lay his ass down no soon as he smell a hit coming. He gets hit. ATL pounding him. Craig, we're done. We're done talking to you, Craig. We're done talking to you because you obviously are not paying attention. You're not paying attention. You're not paying attention. You're not all you watch is Kansas City football. You're not paying attention. We're done talking to Craig because Craig will have us going in circles, and I got to move on. We're done talking to Craig because Craig don't see that Tom Brady will smell a hit coming. He will think a hit is coming, and he will lay his ass down. I'm down. Brady was getting smacked up yesterday. But hell, he unleashed that rock for it. Brady don't never get hit. Jags just pounded him. Did they not? No. KC defense is putrid. They are going to be exposed soon. Oh, we're going to talk about Kansas City because he riding high on Kansas City. He good with Kansas City. As soon as that weather gets to 30 degrees, all this KC shit going to change. We talking this shit. We talking that shit. Dog Nuts was good. Yo, by the way, that guy right there, Number one receiver in Long Island. That guy right there. He's the number one receiver in Long Island. But let's talk about Earl Thomas yesterday. Earl Thomas, Tom Brady ranked number 15 with average pay of $20.5 million. And Tom Brady could make $40 million if he wanted to. We already know we don't have D-Bro, and he saying nothing new. But anyway, Earl Thomas broke his leg yesterday. And Earl Thomas is probably the top 3 safety in the league. Top 3. He's getting paid as the 5th highest safety in the league. So he wants his money. He held out earlier this year. That was some sad shit that happened to Earl Thomas. Should have sat out. Boosie was good, baby. Tony Biondo was good. Casey had we're not talking to you, Craig. We're not talking about, we don't care about what KC had in the deal, had in the works. We're not talking about that. Because the Cowboys is where he wanted to play. And the Cowboys was giving up a 2nd-round pick for him. I don't know what's going on in Seattle. Why ain't you giving up a 2nd-round pick and a player? It was a 2nd-round pick and a player for Earl Thomas, an aging safety. He's aging. Let's call it what it is. So why, how could anybody be mad at Le'Veon Bell? How could you be mad at Le'Veon Bell? Because I'm going to tell you what the Steelers would have done. Oh, the Steelers would have gave that bitch the ball 500 goddamn times. They would have gave Le'Veon Bell the 500 times to decrease his value. Seattle's stupid. I don't know what's going on with Pete Carroll. I like Pete Carroll, but he does dumb shit. A 2nd-round pick and a player? Oh, Thomas got to go. Oh, the Bear fans is coming. He be here at 7 o'clock. He coming. I'm going to let him talk his shit. So when Earl Thomas leaves the field, he gives the whole Seattle organization the finger. I don't blame him. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. Let's stop this. Oh, he's a role model. Kids see this. Do you see what kids are doing today? Do you see what kids are doing today? Cut it out. He shouldn't have gave the organization the finger on national TV. Cut it out. I'd have gave him the finger too. So guess what? Le'Veon Bell, sit your ass down. And matter of fact, Le'Veon Bell, when your ass come back, because you got to come back. He got to come back. When he come back, play one game and fake an injury. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I pulled the hammy. That's a good one, the hamstring. Because the hamstring is 2 or 3 weeks easy. So now he comes back week 10, plays one game, play week 11, pull a hammy week 11, you're out week 12, week 13, week 14. If the Pittsburgh Steelers are out of it, he won't play week 15 and 16. Fake a goddamn injury, Le'Veon Bell. If you know what I know, you fake an injury. And I'm not the one for faking injuries. Kids are committing mass murders nowadays. I'm not the one for faking injuries. But in this case, as a running back especially, whoever gets Le'Veon Bell next year is going to get a dog for the next 3 years. 3 years. He got fresh legs. He ain't doing shit. Bell to the Jets. We need that to happen. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. You can't sign him until next year. You can't sign him until next year. So what the Jets have to do is sign him for this year, and then really negotiate his contract for next year, this year. And then as soon as it's time to do next year's business, sign him. Because you can't sign him for this year. He has to play for that because he was franchised. He has to play for that franchise money. I just got the news alert. Bell plans to play after their bye week. And what week is that, Corey? What week is that? Bell got the hammer. That team got one win without Bell. Bell has got the hammer. Week 10? Okay, he has to come back week 10. Bell's got the hammer. If I'm Bell, I'm chilling. Especially after what we just saw with Earl Thomas. And upgrade that O-line and facts. He wants to play with the Jets. That's great. He wants to play with the Jets? Cool. Here's what Madigan, whatever his name is, our GM, who our GM is doing a fantastic job, by the way. This is what he needs to do. We'll take Bell. He has to play for that $14 million. He has to play for it. But in order for you to keep him, because he can leave. He could play with the Jets for 6 games, whatever it is. He could play for the Jets and leave next year. The Jets got to make sure that they have a contract and goodwill with him as soon as they sign him. I was asking Hurd. It was before. Fuck Pitts. It's KC time. See, that's all he cares about. And meanwhile, he never left Queens in his life. Cory Booker, your man Craig has never left Queens, New York in his life. So anything he hears on ESPN, anything he hears on NFL Network, that's the gospel. And I told his ass, I told him that Saquon Barkley, drafted Saquon Barkley, the big blue dopes fucked up. Think about it for a second. Eli's 37. Tell me a quarterback was coming out this draft. Go ahead, I'll wait. Because the big blue dopes gonna get another high-ass pick. So tell me a quarterback that's coming out of this year's draft. Don't tell me shit about Teddy Bridgewater because the Jets and the Giants don't make trades, okay? That's like the Yankees and the Mets. The Yankees and the Mets don't make trades. That don't happen in New York. The Alabama QB. Craig, you finally said something smart. Craig Davis, the Alabama QB is legit. That boy is, woo! That boy is, but will he come out next year? I don't think he's coming out next year. And I'm going to tell you why. His brother is supposed to be coming here next year. I don't think the Alabama QB is coming out. He has to stay one more year. What is he, a sophomore? What's up, Millie? By the way, Millie, that guy right there, #1 receiver in Long Island, that guy right there. He's a sophomore. Oh, okay. I thought he was a junior. Oh, he can't even come out next year. So let's not even talk about him. He can't even come out next year. Okay, so tell me what quarterback is coming out next year. You said Justin Herbert? Herbert? I got to check him out. I honestly don't know much about him. But I don't trust that Oregon system. #1 receiver in Long Island. The boy's a dog. Works out like a dog. Justin Herbert is a monster. I need to look into that. What year is this Justin Herbert in? He's a junior. Oh, I got the college football expert right here. Come here, Nolan. And that's his team. I forgot about that. Justin Herbert, how good is he?
He's good. No, I don't know if he's anyone.
Is he better than Sam Darnold?
No, he ain't nowhere near.
He's not better than Sam Darnold. Is he better than Baker Mayfield?
I think it's just a system he's in right now.
It's the system. Yes, system quarterbacks. I got a problem with that. I got a problem. And he's an Oregon fan. I forgot that he's an Oregon fan. And he's my college football expert. So besides Justin Herbert, who else is coming out? See, the big blue dopes are in a bind. Who? What's his name? Greer, the kid from West Virginia? Yeah. How good is he?
He ain't bad.
Is he better than Sam Darnold?
Yeah, never mind.
Oh, okay. Vanessa Epps, my cousin, I love you, baby. Sean Barnes was good. So the big blue dopes are in a bind for the next 10 to 15 years. They are in a bind. And that means Odella is going to act up. Do you see that crazy bastard on the sideline just screaming to nobody? He is a lunatic. The meltdown is coming. The meltdown is coming. I'm going to give Odella another 2 weeks. Darryl Baldwin, what's up, Papa? I'm going to give Odella another 2 weeks before she snaps. Justin Herbert is a system QB. That's what my son says. My son is an Oregon fan. He's an Oregon fan. He's an Oregon fan. I don't know. My son ain't steered me wrong yet. He said he's a system quarterback. He ain't steered me wrong yet. He said Greer. Greer's a system quarterback. Greer from West Virginia. If you ain't talking about the kid from Alabama, then we ain't talking. Who's not a system? Listen, Corey, real talk, he has to be somewhat of a system quarterback playing in Oregon. He has to be. They just don't draft. Listen, that kid has been playing in that spread system for 4 years of high school. What year is he? You say he's a junior? He's been playing in that spread system for 7 years now. Odella on the edge. Cal quarterback is nice. Nolan! I got to get my college expert, my college football expert here. Who's the quarterback at Cal?
I haven't watched him.
Huh?
I haven't watched him yet.
Who is he?
I don't know for that. I haven't watched him yet.
You haven't watched him yet. Okay. So he said the quarterback at Cal is nice. You say Greer is nice. And they're trying to say Herbert ain't a system quarterback. Meanwhile, he's been playing in the zone system for 7 years. Greer, he says Greer ain't better than Darnold. Epps, his ball placement is outstanding and makes all the throws. Okay. Okay, I got to check the young boy. Why can't they get the kid out of Ohio State? You guys make it seem like Jets quarterback or buff. What? Greer, my son said Greer is okay. What's a system quarterback? A system quarterback is a quarterback that can play only in specific systems. For example, Tony Rice, the old quarterback from Notre Dame, he was a system quarterback because he could only play in a dive option system. Who else is an option quarterback? Who else is a system quarterback, Nolan? Who? RG3. It's a system quarterback. He could only play in a zone read system. So whatever system they play in, that's the only. They come to the NFL, and the NFL is a totally different game than college. And that's the problem with a lot of these quarterbacks. Now, Baker Mayfield may be good. I thought Pat Mahomes was going to be a system quarterback. There he is, Gary Callis. We're going to let Gary talk his shit today. But before I have some questions for him. By the way, people, that guy right there, number one receiver in Long Island, that guy right there behind me, that guy right there, over the shoulder right here.
Hey, man,
Yo,
congratulations.
You killing me already.
I love it.
You killing me already with the Chicago hat. You killing me.
Hey, listen, I'm giving an ode to NY. I got my hat set right.
Okay.
You know.
Couple of questions before we get started.
Thank
Malik
you, Craig.
McCargo, what's good? Malik McCargo played a mean right tackle for me last week. Boy, he was good. All right, who's your sponsor? Who's your sponsor?
Right now it's Bud Light Lime.
Bud Light Lime? Okay.
Yeah, we stepping up we now are taking away the actual imprint and showing off our own mugs.
They said the hat is too small.
Yeah, you think it's too small. It's an old school. Listen, I got the old school. It ain't even a fitted. It's an old school snap. So it can be whatever size I need it to be. Trust me.
Okay, so now listen. Let's talk for a second before we get on the picks.
All right.
What do you think about the Earl Thomas situation?
Actually, I think it's a positive thing. I mean, if it could be any, let's be honest. He didn't want to be there anyway. Of course, he wanted to play, but like I don't tempt or mess with fate. You see what I'm saying? When it's football, you either mentally got to be in it or you got to be out. And if you keep if he's playing scared not to get hurt or he don't want to practice, you setting yourself up for this type stuff. You see what I'm saying? Because
go ahead.
Oh, okay. You setting yourself up for this type stuff because those things happen when you're not in real football condition. Number one.
Let me explain. Today's football player is not like football players when we were young. They stay in football condition. When we were young, football players had other jobs. They were bankers. They were car dealers. They had other jobs. Today's football players stay in football shape. That's not the issue. And you know that's not the issue. It's a game where you are going to get hurt. And the way he plays, you know he's going to get hurt. He's reckless abandoned.
Right, but in his mind is not there. He's not there mentally though.
How is he not there and he leads the league in interceptions?
Yeah, he leads the league in interceptions, but I'm talking about as far as when he going in and he maybe he thinking about bracing himself, he know how to make contact and watch for certain stuff. I feel personally, this is his opinion now. I'm not saying it's fact, but I feel like mentally he checked out. He's there because he just that good, so he's gonna make plays.
So you don't think he should have done what Le'Veon Bell did?
I think that if he really was gonna not play, then yes, he should have did what Le'Veon did.
Because Le'Veon Bell, Corey, we see you on Wednesday, bro. 100% of NFL players get hurt. That's a fact.
Right.
That is a 100% a fact. So Le'Veon Bell looks like a genius right now. He's looking like a genius right now. And
it takes an Earl Thomas for the message to move forward now. So now the NFLPA or whoever that's on the other side that signed that dumb deal could now have something to go back to the table with and get that fixed. Because this is ridiculous for you to these players they play a full 4-year contract, and then you're gonna tell me the team get 2 extra additional years to franchise you?
Well, let's be fair. When the players signed that contract, they thought that was the greatest shit since sliced bread. Let's be fair now.
All right. Until they realized that they got duped.
They got duped.
Because these guys owned you. They own you.
That's why this strike that's coming, or this next strike, or lockout, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be a long one. You're going to go a year without football. I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's really ready to get to that point because there's a lot of things that need to be addressed. And the players gotta stop caving. You're not gonna get nothing. They keep caving in. You see what I'm saying? So every time.
What happened the last time? Why they cave in last time?
Well, because people wanted to play the game.
Something happened last time.
Which one? What you talk to me? Tell me.
Bob Kraft's wife died.
Oh, okay. All right.
Everybody loved Mrs. Kraft.
Okay.
So they played on their little heartstrings for a little bit.
Right.
Okay? And that's what happened the last time.
Like, listen, man, that deal, like, it's one thing. You know, the only thing that a player had that worked for them was holding out,
That's
and
all
with
they
that
had.
new deal, they took that from them.
They, which is smart by the owners.
Yeah, the owners, yeah,
But
like,
here's the bigger deal. They are getting raked across the coals because that goddamn TV money is so long, and the
right,
players are getting such a little percentage of that TV money, which is outrageous. Outrageous.
right,
One
right,
more thing I got a question
right.
ask you. The Big Blue Dope fans have got to be the worst fan base in America. They want to blame Eli Manning because they can't push the ball down the field. That has everything to do with their offensive line. Don't tell me about him being immobile because you knew his ass was immobile all his career. Don't tell me about his age. You knew he was 37 when you drafted Saquon Barkley. Did
Right.
the Big Blue Dopes make a bad move by not signing Darnold and keeping Odell?
I think they made a bad move by switching that offense. That offensive system that they was running for. They had gotten like Odell flourished in it. They was doing pretty good with the offensive system. It just like the timing of it is like they finally was getting there. But it's like now you talking about a whole nother new offense. Which name is too like long in the tooth to be learning new offensive systems.
So you're going to sit here and
Then
tell me that McAdoodle was a good coach?
I didn't say he was a good coach. He just had he had an Odell friendly system though. Like Odell flourished in that system.
Odell
Like
got hurt in that
now,
system
he got hurt towards the like last year, but before that he put up like outrageous numbers.
because nobody
The
knew
first
who he
2 3
was.
years.
Because
Okay,
nobody knew who he was.
if that's what,
Let's not do that. Let's not say McAdoodle system was perfect for Odell.
I really believe in
And,
that one, and I'm so
and did
glad
they have a
Craig.
better offensive line? You don't think the offensive line has any plainness, any issue
No,
with this?
I think it has a lot to do with it, but it's like it's a whole different system that I don't think they have an identity right now. They don't know if they want to be a passing team or a running team or they don't have they just I feel like they with
Look,
Pat Shermer or whoever the guy is,
look,
he
look,
don't know
look at
what he want to do.
look at Craig Davis stuck in a time warp. They should have never got rid of Gil Bride. Gil
I agree with
Bride
that.
sucks.
He sucked, but he knew how to dial up a play when they needed it. Like he
Gil Bride
just
didn't get good till after Buddy Ryan punched him in his face. That's when he got
yeah, that's
good.
true. That's true. I mean,
Buddy
but
Ryan
that's
punched him in the face. Buddy Ryan straightened his ass out.
right. He looked good for the Giants. They got 2 Super Bowls under his belt. Little known fact, he our tight ends coach. So thank you for Gilbride. I appreciate him.
Raleigh Tyler, hold on. When people say brilliant shit, it needs to be acknowledged. Raleigh Taylor just said, your offensive line gives you your identity. That is a fact. That's a fact.
He was definitely
Perfect. Without
perfect.
their O-line. They can't pass or run. And listen, I watched this Big Blue Dope game. Saquon Barkley had to make people miss 2 yards in the backfield before he gained the yard. He was working too hard before he gained the yard.
I mean, I saw the game.
They're going to get Barkley killed is right. By the way, that guy Gary, that guy right there, Gary, it's the #1 receiver in Long Island, that guy right there.
I saw it, man. Congratulations. Like he jumped from number 2. He must have had a big game with 12, 15?
He had 10 catches for 119 yards.
Now, I knew it was something because he made a major leap. Like
yeah, the kid before him may be out for the season, which sucks. I want him to compete with that kid,
Right,
so,
right.
But now that he's getting double coverage, he's getting triple coverage. So the other guys are coming to play a little bit, but they need to be better. They need to be better.
Well, he gotta learn.
Move on.
He definitely got to learn.
Huh?
No, I say he definitely gonna have to learn.
hold on. Sean Barnes said Barkley is too small. No, the hell he ain't. Look at Barkley's legs. Those is Barry Sanders' legs. Oh no.
I mean, I still think that system. I mean, I get y'all saying the line, but that system, you know, is
That
horrible.
system was in
Maybe
the
they're a year
championship
away.
game last year, bro.
Yeah, they went to last year. I mean,
That
not
system
this
was in the
year.
championship game last year. But let's
Yeah,
talk
we'll
about it
see.
because you had a rough week, bro. You had a rough week. Vikings versus the Rams. You took the Rams. The Vikings were exposed a little bit.
Oh,
Vikings were
definitely.
exposed a little bit.
They missing Griffin.
Badly. Badly. They need some secondary help because
They,
they had golf out there looking like Joe Montana.
yeah, Wayne hasn't lived up to his billing. The guy McKenzie from Clemson hasn't lived up to his. They wishing that the guy Hughes can be the second corner, but they just don't have it.
Let me tell you something. Your boy Cup was running around out there like it was a 7-on-7.
Right. Yeah, them formation shifts is whoever was the genius
Let me tell
that
you something.
started this.
That goddamn McVay can flat out coach, bro.
He can coach. He can
Coach.
coach.
Know what I like that he does? He knows how to put you in binds through formations.
Right, the formation shifts.
He puts you in binds through formations. So you will have a 2-on-3 situation with him, where you
Right.
wind up having to play a zone as opposed to a man. So,
Yeah.
and he knows how to get guys like Cup. He got smaller receivers. He knows how to get them off the line of scrimmage without being pressed up.
Right.
So
Right.
he does a good job. And he got let's give it up to him. He got golf with some confidence out here.
Yeah. Yeah. See, you know the part I like about him is he's not afraid as a play caller. Like he got full trust in his players. He know each one of his players' attributes. He know their talents, and he definitely like, especially when he go fat, like he have them spread all the way out. And
Listen to what Raleigh Taylor said. How in the hell did the Skins let McVay and Shanahan leave DC? That is a fact. I'm gonna tell you why. Wasn't their GM an alcoholic?
yeah.
Oh yeah. That's the reason. People don't realize that both of them was in DC.
Well, they definitely was. They didn't want to tour them. But here's the thing: like they had problems early on, and they now has, I think, kind of righted the ship. The owner stays out the way now. He's not
You talking about Snyder?
Snyder. Yeah, he's not as like how he was. He was really hands on in the beginning.
He
Like
was
he
George
meddled
Steinbrenner.
in everything.
He was George
Yeah,
Steinbrenner.
yeah, definitely. And somebody must have talked to him. Somebody got to him to allow him to say, "Listen, we gonna put the best product on the field because we know the game."
Well, RG
checks.
Need ran Shanahan out of DC.
Yeah,
And the owner hitched his wagon to RG Need.
right,
That was the number one issue.
right.
And then McVay, I don't know how they let McVay leave. I want to know what the hell he was drinking that he let McVay leave. Matter of fact, I would have fired Gruden before McVay.
Well, because they Gruden won't go. You're not gonna have two Chiefs in there calling like McGruden. Gruden is the play call itself, so you got the coach
very
and
good statement by you.
yeah. So that's
Very
all it was.
smart
It was ego. So I mean, listen, let's not do that neither. Let's give Skins credit. They are playing great football.
Not playing great football. They're okay. Cut it out. Great football.
Okay, well, listen. Anybody that beat the Packers the way they did, I'm gonna give them a little extra credit.
Of course you're going to give them extra. Let's move on.
A little extra.
Texans at the Colts. Texans beat the Colts in overtime.
Right. Listen, let me tell you one thing. All right, and from now on, this is what I want to hear. Everybody's tuned in. I want to hear this from now on. This got to be the new narrative. All right, you talk Rodgers, you talk Brady, you talk Breeze. You damn well better talk Luck too, because all that boy do with less is win. He never gives up. He don't
Talk
throw his
your
teammates. He don't throw his teammates under the bus. He don't do none of that. He don't complain. He just go out and play and win. And he got them boys looking like world beaters, and they don't got a team at all.
He got them in every game this year.
Every game this year.
With nothing.
With nothing. Like,
tell me
I mean,
who's the starting running back for the Colts. Go ahead, I'll wait.
Hines and Hines.
Me and you are probably the only one who knew that.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Besides T.Y. Hilton, tell me another receiver that plays with that team.
Grant.
The boy Andrew Luck is ridiculous.
He's ridiculous.
You 100%. If you put him, let's say you put him with the Giants.
Yeah. A whole different. I don't care if they got a line or not. It's a whole different team. It's a whole different team, and that's another thing the Giants need. All right, if you got to, all right. So here's where I do agree with you. And what was that Redskin? Raleigh. Listen, if you got a statue back there, you better be able to block your ass off. If you got or get a mobile quarterback.
They knew that in April when they went to the draft.
And that's true. That is absolutely true. So that I didn't want to tell you earlier that you was kind of right because it was too early in the show. So all right. So now, yes, all right. So Eli, give him his tour. What they doing is giving Eli his last good tour because they messed him up in that streak. So they said they're gonna give him an extra year.
Yep.
And then what they're gonna do is they're gonna give him a farewell and they're gonna revamp this whole thing next year.
They're gonna give him another shot. They're gonna give him another shot next year. But if it ain't
they'll give him a little,
he's out of there.
Okay. Well, I mean,
because they're gonna make him earn that money. They ain't gonna just give him that money and send him home.
Right. All right. So here's the thing. Here's back to this game. Ebron, some of these other lower name people, like it's just like this is a group of misfits. Like that, they might not like Grant. He played like for several different teams. He wasn't Ryan Grant. I mean, he played for the Skins last year or the year before. Like nobody cared or paid him no mind. But it's like you get under Luck and they like, listen, he got your confidence going. I don't know what he do. He might be the new Phil Jackson. He might got that Phil Jackson in over there.
Luck has a knack to make the people around him better.
And he needs credit.
I always tell people he's top 5.
He gotta be. He has to be. And let's give.
They lost in overtime to the Texans.
They did.
The Texans got their first win.
Let's give Watson credit. He hung in there. He hung in there. He's turning the corner.
Listen, I got to say this. What the hell is going on with this Texas defense? It's been awful.
Listen, you the one that praised them. You gave them their fruits too early.
David Clowney, where are you? Where are you, David Clowney?
Listen, you gave him.
Where are you? Hey, the whole entire secondary. Where are you?
You gave them their fruits too early.
The Bills at the Packers.
Man, listen, I refuse to discuss this game.
You picked Buffalo.
I did. That was horrible.
Because
I think I made
got in the way.
Well, that and I made Packer Nation mad, so I had to deal with melted moist cheese all week and all day. So I mean, I gave them the energy that they needed to, because they was low. Like they felt bad about themselves, But I mean, it's cool,
Listen,
Congratulations to the Packers.
NFL JV. You should have known
Yeah,
that. Okay?
that's
All right,
true.
I'm going to
That's
let
true.
you rant now. The Bucks versus the Bears. Go ahead. I'm going to let you rant. By the way, that guy right there, #1 receiver in Long Island. Go ahead.
Hey, I like the. Is that a fat head?
It's a
Is that a
fat
fat
head.
head? I like that.
It's a
I like
fat head.
that. All right, so I'm not gonna talk too much about
Oh.
us because we still got a lot of work to do. But what I would like to say is I did come on here last week and say Mitch was gonna have his breakout game, and I told you he was gonna throw for 3 touchdowns, 300 yards or so. But he actually said, "Listen, I'll double that. You know, I'll double that." And we'll make sure that everybody knows that for the next 2 weeks that we quality. Y'all gotta watch out. Just watch out.
Okay, they are the same boat as Kansas City. Oh, this shit looks good right now because it's 60 degrees.
No.
It's 50
Please,
degrees
let's
outside.
not be that disrespectful.
All this shit looks pretty. We just
let's not be that disrespectful.
Wait till you start seeing smoke come out the face mask.
Listen. We pack a defense now. Don't get that disrespectful.
That's what you do have over Kansas City. But wait till it gets cold. All this 6 touchdown passes and shit, all that shit gonna stop. You know it, and I know it. You better get out early.
But here's the thing. But here's the good part is we also pack a star-studded running back that can actually run and wear down the defense if we need to. So we got things that people don't know about yet that's coming back. Like we got Shaheen, our tight end, who's a better blocker. He's 6'7". He's more Gronkish than people know about.
He ain't going to see the field.
You crazy?
He's going to see the field over Burke?
Huh?
You going to see the field over Burke?
Yeah. No, it's they going to play a lot more 2 tight end set. So they're going to bring those out. See, those are the things that we're missing because Sims should not be on the field. Deion Sims is a waste of a contract.
And then let me tell you something. Your boy Miller, Anthony Miller,
right?
It's been a disappointment. But go ahead.
How he been a disappointment? He hurt his shoulder last week. He ain't been disappointing. Okay, well here's the thing. He's gonna break out. He was ready to break out this week. That was them touchdowns supposed to be here.
We have breaking news. Jameson Winston was named the starter.
We already knew that. Listen, that's 2 weeks in a row that your boy threw about 8 interceptions in 2 weeks. That John went crashing.
You think Fitzsimmons? You think Fitzsimmons was the problem?
No, it ain't. He ain't the problem. But here's what the problem is. You got 2 different factions in the locker room. You got the Deshaun Jackson side, who loves nothing more than having Fitzmagic there and starting. But then you got the Evans side and the other guys who just feel like that Jameis is their leader and they want to ride with Jameis.
Let me tell you something. That game had nothing to do with Fitzsimmons. The Buccaneers, the Tampa Bay Succaneers, that's what we're going to call them. The Tampa Bay Succaneers let Mitchell Trubisky
What's wrong with Trubisky?
Passes and throw for 300 yards.
I mean, that was bound to happen.
Okay.
We could listen. One thing about it is
Trubisky throw for 6 touchdowns and 300 and change.
Yeah, that's going to happen a lot.
You know, the Tampa Bay Succaneers couldn't wait to get out of Chicago.
Here's the whole thing about it. Like, Trubisky had a 70% completion percentage before this game.
Yeah, because he's a dink and dunker.
It's not dink and dunk in our offense. That's not even in the vocabulary. He pushed the ball up the field.
He don't push the ball down the field. Stop it. He pushed the ball down the field this week.
He does every week. Okay. You just paid attention this week. But anyway, listen, I don't want to build my high horse because I know
Because you
it's
know it's
people
coming
that
down. You smarter than Craig. You know Craig don't. Craig think he going to the Super Bowl. You smart enough to know that all this shit is coming down.
Nah, I ain't smart enough to know that, but I'm just saying this: that we're gonna keep it. We're not gonna listen. There's people out here that's 0-3. There's people out here that's 1-3. We're gonna stay humble because we're not gonna rub our nose in their face because
Okay.
they ain't, they suffering right now.
Okay. The Tampa Bay Succaneers, their secondary is disgusting. Isn't that the same secondary where their corner got thrown into the first row by a tight end? Yeah, he got thrown into the first row. Yeah. The Tampa Bay Succaneers secondary is terrible. Okay, let's move on. Dolphins at the Patriots.
I mean, the Dolphins are who we thought they were. We said that last year. So this is like we knew this.
Where's
we
Mike
knew
Kelly
this.
at? Mike Kelly, we told you, don't get gas. We don't even need to discuss that game.
Yeah, we're not even gonna discuss that game because they didn't give us nothing to talk about. No. Let's go back. Abdul, have your moment. Sony Michael, 100 yards, 1 TD, couple of catchings and stuff like that. Go ahead, have your little moment.
Sony Michael had 100. Who cares? Sony Michel, he had 100 yards.
Yeah, that's it.
Who cares?
Sony Michel, yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, that was the highlight, the long highlight.
Let's move on. Cowboys beat the Detroit Lions because they finally realized Ezekiel Elliott needs to touch the ball more than 15 times a goddamn game. Congratulations, Jason Garrett, you jackass. We still need you going, but congratulations at being creative. I saw Ezekiel Elliott lined up as a receiver. That was creative. Thank God. And real talk, that Dallas Cowboy defense is a bully. And guess who's coming back? I'm trying to tell you.
Who?
Irvin, the weed head. He coming back this week.
Oh, is he good?
Is he good? Okay. You go over there and play dumb if you want. Okay. You can play dumb if you want.
Listen. Hey, here's what I saw yesterday from Dallas. It looks like Scott Linehan got his play calling duties revoked.
I don't know that to be true, but go ahead.
It looks like it because Linehan is old. Like he's still running that old stuff that he was running when he had what's that that wide receiver from Michigan State that they whiffed on. So he's still running that old 0-16 offense. Like that. But I did see some good things from y'all. Like I like that y'all got Gallup in the game. He's not the fastest receiver, but he got a good big enough frame that he can get down the field, create some type of separation. I like that. You have y'all did a good job of getting Austin some good looks. Beasley. I mean, y'all look good yesterday.
But the biggest thing that happened yesterday is Ezekiel Elliott touched the ball 25 times yesterday. And
no, he did.
That's how it needs to be.
He did, and he showed that he got hands. That's just the new NFL. If you're running back,
he's always been able to catch the ball. He's always been good at the backfield catching the ball.
What I'm saying is the new NFL is you got to spread these running backs out and let them kind of get into a wide receiver type, like give that look. Because it's a mismatch. Most linebackers don't want to go out that far and check
hell
nobody.
No, they don't want to go out there. They don't play well in space.
They don't play well in space, man. It just not gonna work. So I give y'all credit.
The Colorado Rockies, the Dodgers are advancing.
Congratulations.
Next, there's big issues. There's big issues for this team. You picked the Cincinnati Bengals to beat the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons are in big trouble. They may be the highest scoring team in the league with the least amount of wins.
Well, that's because they shouldn't have lost last week. That was that issue. They lost last week. But here's the problem with Atlanta. Atlanta's great, but they need that dog. And when Freeman come back from out rehabbing out the poking beans, they gonna be ready. See, he had to go back home and get his thoughts back together. You know, he is a little discouraged because they're not using him like he want to be used, and he mad that
But I think he's back.
Yeah, but he's still mad that they didn't run him in the Super Bowl. See, he ain't forgave him for that.
Here's the biggest problem with the Atlanta Falcons. They can't stop a nosebleed. They can't stop nobody.
That sounds like
Andy
that.
Dalton out there looking like goddamn Tony Romo. They can't stop nobody.
Right. That and they look like the Eagles out there on defense.
They're terrible.
Horrible.
Terrible defensively. They got to outscore you to win. And Julio Jones, where you at? Where you at, Julio Jones? I think he had 3 catches. Julio, this is 2 years.
Oh, he only had 3 catches. He only had 3 catches. I thought he had 10 catches. No,
I think he only had
touchdown.
3.
Oh, wow.
We'll look into it. I know Calvin Ridley's showing out.
Yeah, because he's the guy that's going to be open in this offense.
He's showing out.
I mean, you can't not check Julio.
He's always going to get the first look. But God damn, this is 2 years in a row.
Right.
Last
you know
year,
what Atlanta
he only had like 3 touchdowns on the whole season.
You know why Atlanta can't get in the end zone? That's because Julio missing a Tony Gonzalez type tight end.
They missing a guy who could control the middle of the field.
Right, and they don't have that. So he's having to be that person, and he's doing too much.
Yo, Gary,
so that's the problem.
I'm impressed with your knowledge.
Sir. We doing this, man. We not just having fun on here. We doing this.
Next.
Drink up to that one.
Next, the Jets versus the Jaguars. Do we really need to discuss this?
Nah, we don't have to. Oh, no. Yes, we do. No, we listen, you're not going to try to skip the Blake Bortles show. Did the boy come out and just listen?
Listen, let me tell you something.
Who we got in it?
The only thing that was good is that Todd Toilet Bowles showed he had a pulse. He actually got mad at something.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, listen, you got a new young star in the league, and his name is, if you don't got him on your fantasy team, go get him, D.D. Westbrook. D.D. Westbrook.
He's been killing it.
Been killing them. And I'm just saying.
Julio had 9 catches for 173 yards.
Yeah, okay. he balled out, but he just didn't get in the end zone. 0 touchdowns. None of that matters if you don't get 6 points to go with, unless you're in a PPR league, then 9 catches matters, But standard league, that don't mean nothing.
Thank you, Dwayne. That guy right there, number 1 receiver in Long Island, that guy right there.
I like those helmets. So is he going to get a shield anytime soon? Or are you going to keep him away from a shield? Is he going to get a shield?
No. We don't do shields in here. The hell he need a shield for?
Not even a clear one? Not a clear one?
No, there's just people do shields for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Then it rains. Now you got to take the bitch off. No, it's just too much. We play football here.
Right.
We don't dress football. We play football here.
Listen, I think I was the only quarterback that
Eagles lose to the Titans.
Listen.
Eagles lose.
All right, well, let's.
The Eagles have been exposed.
The Eagles' problem is this. They are still celebrating. They think they could just show up and teams fear them. The issue also lies with their secondary because the main people they need are still like on vacation. Like when you find where Fletcher Cox is, when you find where Graham is, all these guys that's talking before the game in this big interview, and you talking to the Fox or whoever that person was, or CBS, whatever show they was on, you got to listen. That was
You still
last year.
got to play.
They playing. You got to play because people not scared of you. Y'all beat people last year, but they not scared of you.
Nobody's scared of anybody. These
You
are
not-
professional football players.
Listen, that
And let me
wants
tell
nothing
you,
more
your
than
boy has been
embarrass you.
quiet. Your boy Benny
Who?
has been real quiet.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was on that team. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's see, you get there, you think it's gonna be good, rosy. Listen, you got to come out and play. Where's Long? He not there no more.
Long is still there.
Chris Long, bro, he gave
Long
away
is
his
still
whole
there.
contract. He gave away his whole contract last year. He better do something this year. He got to make that money back.
Yeah.
You got to make that money back.
Although,
You-
Dwayne, my son plays Friday night at Patchogue Medford. Friday night, Patchogue Medford, 6 p.m. Okay?
That's true. That's
and
true,
my man
P.
Brian Stokely came out, Dwayne. Brian
They
Stokely
Fleet.
came out.
That's true too. Fleet
They
and
went from
P.
the hunter to the hunted. Ain't no fun
Yes.
when the rabbit got the gun. Oh, boy, that's a fact.
Yeah,
They don't
because
understand
they
that
got
they
to.
have a target on their back.
They have to stay up. They got to do just as much as they did last year because you got a whole year of film on y'all. Number one, and all people
Well-
did was study y'all.
Well, that's called culture. That's called a winning culture. See, some teams don't have a winning culture. I'm going to give you a good example. Last week, 2 weeks ago, my son's team beat Walt Whitman in homecoming, right? 3,000
Mhm.
people out there. It was popping. It was beautiful, right? It was nice. This week, I said, yo, don't come out flat. Don't come out flat. Don't come out flat. This week, even the community came out flat. Because here they just got their first game. Game started at 1 o'clock. The fans ain't come till 2 o'clock, 1:45. Because they don't understand what it takes to win. They haven't built a winning culture. If you go to schools like Freeport, I'm talking Long Island, Freeport,
No, I'm listening.
William Floyd, Farmingdale, Longwood. That game started at 1 o'clock. They in the parking lot tailgating at 11
Right.
because that's a winning culture. And unfortunately, my son's school don't have a winning culture as of yet. Hopefully, this coach can fix it. But they don't have a winning culture as of yet. Just like Philadelphia don't have a culture of winning because they still riding on last year's Super Bowl.
Well, you can also tell that by your fans kind of give you a direct reflection of what's being spoke of, what's going on. You look at Chris Gibbs, you look at LaFay. They worry about the wrong thing. They worried about the Rams, who are a well-oiled machine at this point, being on the cover or something. When y'all need to figure out why Wentz ain't looking like a world beat out there, like y'all thought he would.
They brought Wentz back too early.
Too early. Now I do like. I told you Alshon makes everybody looks better, but I would love to see what this team looks like with Alshon and Foles at the helm right now.
I'm surprised at how well Alshon Jeffrey played after his first game.
Right. He's a gamer. He's a gamer. Like he's gonna play. He dropped a touchdown, I think, but you know, like you said, after missing all that time, you know who looked good a little bit? That guy Jordan Matthews, who used to drop so many passes for the Eagles. He caught like a little slant or something. He went to the house with it. But then their defense just kept getting burnt.
Yeah, well,
like they secondary is
he's
horrible.
back home. He's back home, so he feels better.
Yeah, listen, Eagles fan, I wouldn't worry about talking to nobody in the group. I will at least try to send text messages or Instagrams to anybody that's in that secondary make sure and see if they on Twitter. If they post anything on Twitter that's not like football related, make sure you put something underneath they post and say get in the goddamn scouting room, get in the gym, and start working. Cause y'all let the Bucks listen. The Bucks ate y'all up, and I ain't seen none of that firepower yesterday. I ain't seen none of that firepower
What's wrong
yesterday.
with your Wi-Fi
So,
now?
oh, it's messing up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I should have restarted my phone before I got on. I apologize.
Okay. Let's move on. This game right here was a travesty. This game was a travesty. And this is why people start coming up with all these goddamn what do they call them? Oh my God. What do they call them? These it'll come to me. The Raiders versus the Browns.
Yeah.
The Browns got screwed in a major way. Conspiracy theories. This is how people come with all types of conspiracy theories. This was terrible. I would have blown a gasket as a coach. I would have blown.
So how they get screwed?
Huh?
How they get screwed?
4th and 1. If they get this first down, the game is over. The running back is laying. That's the running back from San Francisco. What was his name? He's laying across.
Hyde.
Huh?
Hyde. Carlos Hyde.
Carlos Hyde. His stomach is on the first down line. They spotted the ball where his knees were. So if his stomach is across the line, where's the ball? Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. And this is why people think there's conspiracy theories. They're going to think John Gruden paid somebody or this, that, and the third. It was terrible. Terrible.
Listen,
I felt bad for Hugh Jackson there. I felt bad for Hugh Jackson.
I'm going to tell you what was terrible. What was terrible is Martavius Bryant breaking through that defense wide open and dropped that touchdown that cost me fantasy points that I needed. Like that hurt my soul. Like,
yo, but here comes Craig.
Like,
here comes Craig already. Craig is king conspiracy theory. He's king of that shit. Look, the shit was fixed.
Yeah, but why would they fix the Raiders of all people? The Raiders want to have a bad record. They want to have a bad record.
Listen, when the Raiders are winning, the NFL is cha-ching. They want these Raiders winning. They want this Raiders team going into Las Vegas ready to ball out. Trust me.
Well, the Browns are the Browns are who they are. Like,
I'm surprised at how many points the Browns gave up. But I told everybody, going from East Coast to a West Coast is hard to do. It's hard.
So do you like what you saw with the guy in Cleveland, Baker?
You talking about Baker Mayfield?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Here's the deal with Baker Mayfield. He's a gamer.
Okay.
He's a gamer. He's Doug Flutie. He's a gamer.
Okay.
He's never out of the game. Here's my problem with Baker Mayfield. If Lamar Jackson would have done what he did with those police, Lamar Jackson may be dead. Baker Mayfield is one of those guys who thinks he's black, so he misappropriates black culture. He be whipping, he be nay-nay, he be millie rocking, he be doing all types of black people shit. But when it was convenient for him to pull that white dude card, that's exactly what he did. So that's my issue with Baker Mayfield. But on the field, he's a gamer. And
on the field,
your quarterback has to have a quality where the rest of the team is just going to follow you. Even when you're not doing right, they're going to follow you. But I mean not doing right, I mean not doing right on the field. You're turning the ball over. he's making bad reads.
Yeah.
But they still
Yeah.
believe in you.
And that's what I see that.
Good quality.
I see that in Cleveland now. I see that they fully back him.
Yeah, they back him
Like,
all the way. Even the front office, the administration, they back him too. You're gonna see a change in Cleveland.
yeah, and they on the right way. I mean, we said this at the beginning of the year that they're gonna play a lot of close games, but they're still gonna be last in division. They'll get one more
I
good
don't
pick.
know about that with the way the Steelers are looking.
Well, the Steelers is, what I had them as third anyway.
Yep, you sure did.
Okay, yeah.
By the way, Gary, that guy right there,
Yeah.
number one receiver in Long Island, that guy right there.
Hey, man, how big is Long Island?
Long Island?
Population-wise.
Let's see. Long Island has about, I want to say, it has about 100 football schools in it.
Wow.
With the Catholic leagues, Nassau County, Suffolk County. They have about maybe less, maybe about 60. It's about 60, 75 to 60 football schools.
And just that, wow.
Yeah.
And in all of those, like they all in pretty much the same divisions of.
No, they broke up small school by school population.
Okay.
The bigger schools are in Conference 1. The smaller schools are in Conference 4. So it's Conference 1, Conference 2, Conference 3, Conference. So each division has about 15 schools, and so let's say 60 in Nassau, 60 in Suffolk, about 120. About 120 schools have football.
Hey man, listen, you've been putting the work in. You shouldn't be surprised.
I've been working with him for a long time, and now he does it himself. He's very intrinsically motivated, and even his progress reports have been good. So shit,
wow,
things are turning around for him,
and that's a good thing.
Great thing.
He's saying that hard work carries over.
Hard work
pays off.
Pays.
You definitely don't see it in the beginning, but when it's time to see it, it's there. You got something to pull from.
And here's the other part of it. We moved here 6 years ago, and they kind of shitted on him in the beginning. They kind of didn't believe in him in the beginning. And school population for Nolan's about 2,500 kids in the school. But they kind of shitted on him in the beginning. Where they didn't believe in him.
I knew Craig was gonna say that. Yeah, so they got at him.
They didn't believe in him. So he saw that and he did something about it. So
he's starting to sound a little bit like a guy that plays for Chicago. They got similar size. He went on to start at Memphis. He's not
Anthony Miller. He wears number 84. He wears number 84.
Yeah, like
that's kind of that size. He plays like him. He wears number 84.
Yeah, but they all the same peoples.
Okay. Let's move on because you're about to talk crazy. The Seattle Seahawks go into Arizona and beat up on Arizona.
All right, hold on. They didn't beat up on them. Number one.
Okay.
They didn't beat up on them. Let's give props where it's due. All right, Arizona looks 156% better with Rosen as a quarterback.
But they still don't get Johnson the ball. I don't get it. How do you not get this man the ball?
Well, but that's because the line run blocking is not what they used to be.
So it's the line in Arizona, but not the line in the Big Blue.
No, I'm just saying their run blocking is not what they once were. That's what I'm saying. All right, but here's what I'm also saying is there is a young stud in Arizona that is right there about to break out. Him and Rosen got a rapport. You're going to see gaudy numbers. Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk.
Who?
Kirk. Kirk.
How come I don't know him?
Number 13.
I
He
don't know
dropped
him.
a touchdown. Yeah, look him up.
I'll look him
He's
up.
really speedy guy. He's gonna be, now that Rosen in there, he's gonna be seeing. He had about 9 catches against us. And then last week he was open, but he just dropped passes. Um
Here comes the hater, Eric Monroe. Eric Monroe was hating because I put up my son's stats. So he was hating all day yesterday. But that guy right there, Eric Monroe, he's the #1 receiver in Long Island. But go ahead.
so what was he upset about? I mean, excuse me, hating about.
Because he said, oh, Nola's only talking about high school football. So when I was talking about the Jets and the Cowboys, you know, he's a salty Philadelphia Eagle fan. The Eagles lost.
Yeah,
you know, he's
Arizona
salty.
wide receiver out
So he
there.
needs somebody to pick on and somebody to respond to his bullshit. But what was the receiver again? Kirk, you said?
Yeah, Christian Kirk,
Christian
number
Kirk.
13, Arizona.
Christian Kirk. But you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. Seattle escaped with one. But Josh Rosen looked good yesterday.
He looks like an NFL quarterback. I'm not saying he's going to be the best, but he looks like, he's going to be around. He looks like if you get him a couple of players, he's not going to complain. He's going to just play.
Well, just know
And
this.
some,
He is injury prone, and that offensive line is bad.
well, I mean, injury prone win in college.
Yes.
I mean, because he ain't played enough games to be injury prone in the pros.
In college, he's been injury prone. He's been in concussion protocol a couple of times.
Okay, well that means that they had a horrible line at UCLA, and the coach out there probably was horrible anyway. Was that Jim Mora?
That was Mora.
Yeah, Mora. Nobody cares about Mora. He's never been a good coach. I don't even know how he keep getting jobs. He's probably a good defensive coach, not a head coach.
Okay.
Seattle. What's his name? Davis. Mike Davis looked pretty good as a running back.
I think Chris Carson's better than him.
Yeah, but he was nowhere to be found yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I think he's hurt.
Yeah, see that, and you can't have a running back that's always hurt, especially not if you counting on them fantasy wise.
Yeah. All right, so now let's talk about the Big Blue Dopes lose to Drew Brees and the Saints at Giant Stadium.
Well, let's say
Brees. Drew Brees didn't have a good day. That got
He
them
didn't.
Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara done lost the gold teeth, and now he balled out yesterday.
He did. He pissed me off to a point where, like, he's so fast. Like, I wanted him to get stopped, like, on the 5-yard line so Drew Brees could throw a touchdown. And he just slithering into the end zone.
The greatest play he made was they got him wrapped up at the 3-yard line. He extends his body no more than an inch off the ground, keeps his knee off the ground, and
that last
that ball in.
touchdown.
That's a great play.
Yeah, the touchdown before that last
Alvin
one.
Kamara is special.
You said it. I didn't think he would be able to do it without being a two-headed monster type. But he's an every down back.
He's special. He's special. He may be the best back behind Gurley.
Now, what I don't like is that the defense played well, but something is not right with New Orleans wide receivers.
That kid is Johnson. That's Keyshawn Johnson's cousin or something like that. That kid could play.
What Johnson?
Mike Johnson. Is that his name? Michael Johnson?
Oh, his name Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas.
Keyshawn Johnson's cousin.
No, he's good.
That kid can play.
He's good. Like, but but it was just like, I don't know. It's like I don't believe in the Giants secondary enough for them to be shutting down New Orleans.
Giants secondary is the best part of their defense.
Okay. Well, then you know it because y'all played them. So
Their
I
linebackers are
mean,
deplorable, and they're okay up front. They have no pass rush right now. Next
but
game.
so you
This
you,
game
you
surprised me.
all right.
This game surprised me. The Chargers barely beat San Francisco. We got to give it up to San Francisco. San Francisco came to play. You got to give it up to the Shanahan boy. Shanahan had his team ready.
Didn't I tell you about Bethard?
They just showed Martavius Bryant dropping a wide open touchdown pass.
I told you, man. Look at his hand. Look at his hand placement. Who catches like that? Who catches like that? Like your hand placement was horrible. All right, but so right. All right, so I thought I spoke about Bob and Bethard last week a lot.
You
You
did.
said that you didn't trust our quarterbacks.
Never.
I said that San Francisco is in good hands with Bethard because he's a year or so into the system. He didn't look terribly bad last year. They just went and invested in Garoppolo. So he just got put to the back burner.
Well, I don't want to give it up to Bethard just yet. I want to give it up to Shanahan for having that team ready to play.
Yeah, okay.
They're coming
You can have that.
They're losing their starting quarterback. And I guess you do have to give it up to Bethard somewhat. But damn, Shanahan had that team ready. They almost win that game.
Yeah, they should have won it. But bad teams find ways to be bad and lose, and that's what they are.
But they put everybody on notice. Coming to San Francisco ain't going to be easy.
Yeah, for the average teams.
Yeah,
that's what the Chargers is an average team.
So
right now,
let's move on. Ravens versus Steelers. The Steelers, boy, Le'Veon Bell got that hammer because the Steelers are in trouble.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem for me. The Steelers' offense is solely meant for Le'Veon. Like, you need a Le'Veon running back to make that offense work. I feel like if you're a great coordinator, you should know plays that work good for Connor, and you should be able to start dialing those up.
Here's the problem. Dez Bryant syndrome is in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
What is Dez Bryant syndrome? You have Antonio Brown demanding the ball no matter what. Now you have Juju, you have the kid Washington. They got less receptions yesterday, less looks yesterday because now they're forcing the ball to Antonio Brown. That never works.
So is the Ravens good or Pittsburgh just bad?
The Ravens defense is good. The Ravens defense is good. The Ravens offense is better. They're not great, but they're better because they got a running game, and now they can play action people. Boom, boom. Go over the top with Crabtree. So they're better. The Ravens is not a bad team.
So you like Alex Collins?
Alex Collins is a dog. See, I don't want to say this too loud because James Beans and Greens will be over here talking wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He'll be talking about how great Baltimore is, and it's a shit city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say it too loud.
Right. Yeah, I give their hats off to them. They listen, they went in there and they won that game. Right. They didn't, it wasn't like they gave them a chance to do anything. They just shut them down completely, and they won the game.
And believe it or not, they were more physical than Pittsburgh.
They were more physical than Pittsburgh. Right. You know what we saw from Pittsburgh, and you always say this, Pittsburgh's secondary is pathetic.
They are deplorable. And Mike Tomlin, listen, I'm going to tell you again, Mike Tomlin sucks. Because he insists on playing a goddamn zone. This defense is so bad They have to turn up the aggression. They have
Yeah.
to turn up the aggression. They can't
Yeah.
sit in the cover 2 shell. They can't sit
Mhm.
in the cover 3 shell. They just can't do it. They
Right,
have to turn
right.
up the aggression.
Right, I agree with you, and that they showing. I mean, every time you turn around, one of their corners is getting beat deep.
All the time. It's terrible.
Like that's something to say when your team keep giving up big passing plays
Terrible.
like that.
Terrible. Last game.
So
Last game. Chiefs versus Denver. You picked Denver. Me and April got the Chiefs.
yeah, so tonight I don't know what my record is so far.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, let me hear it.
I'm
Let
gonna
me
tell
hear
you.
it.
You want to hear it now?
Yeah, I'm gonna hear it now.
6-8.
All right. My a lot of my games that I supposed to won, they
Don't tell
lost late.
what you were supposed to do. You supposed
Right.
to pick the right team.
Right. I agree. All right, so I'll go 7-9 because Denver will win this game tonight, and I'll be under 500 for the first time this season.
Listen, I want Denver to win because of this goddamn Craig Davis. I want Denver to win, but
Hey, Craig.
is what's the name back? Is what's the name back? Chris what's the name? Is he back yet? The corner for Denver?
Yeah, he's playing Chris Harris.
Chris Harris, he's playing today?
Yeah.
Okay. Then they might have a chance. But
Yeah,
I think Tyreek Hill, I think the running back, I think Kelsey is just too much for defense to handle.
Do you think Kels could go for 35 points today?
Kelsey?
Yeah.
Yes. That's
If he can
3
get 35
touchdowns.
points.
That's 3 touchdowns, about 150 yards.
I'm almost ready to mortgage one of my leagues for the other league. Like I'm down 35 points because everybody like shit the bed this week. Including Drew Brees. So, but you
So
know who
Drew
kept
Brees
me in?
ain't having back-to-back games like this.
Listen, you know, I got the Bears defense. I got the Ravens kicker. That's usually my pedigree right there. Like I got to get the Ravens kicker. I would draft him in the 3rd round if I need to.
See, I'm
to
surprised
get
that you
him.
do that. I'm surprised
What?
that you do that.
I like the Ravens kicker. He always
You need, listen, Justin Tucker's good.
Tucker. He kicks 50 yarders like no other, and you get 6-7 points for 50-yard field goals.
Listen, he's good. But you need a good kicker that plays indoors. I'm telling you.
Tucker could listen. Tucker kicks anywhere.
Listen, then Will Lutz, the kicker from the Saints.
San Diego. No, the Saints. Yeah.
He's 10, 13, 15 points every single day, every week.
Yeah, that's because yeah.
Good kicker who kicks indoors.
Yeah, but you know, like you said about the
I'm letting out
Bears, you
my
said
secret.
about.
I shouldn't be letting out my secret. But go ahead.
Now I'm gonna pick Tucker regardless every year.
Okay.
Every year. Because he kicks on the road, he kicks at home, he don't have no pressure. I remember he kicked that 60-yarder that time, and he was amped up. He just believed he was gonna make it. He doesn't have he lacks no.
Well, he has the right coach because Harbaugh was a special teams coach, and he believes in his special teams. You know.
All right, so here's one question I gotta ask you before it's all said and done. So they posted a good post, I think, really good. I don't know why they always compare the two, but I think that's just life. Von Miller, Khalil Mack.
It's night and day. Let me tell you something. Von Miller is a speed guy. That's all he is. He's a speed guy. That goddamn Khalil Mack is a speed guy, a bull rush guy, Von Miller's decent against the run. He's not as good as Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack is special. The NCAA should be ashamed of themselves for letting that man go to Buffalo, letting him get to Buffalo. What was Urban Meyer? What was who else? The other dude, Urban Meyer, Saban. What were they thinking and letting that kid go? What do you think about Jimbo Fisher? We'll talk about that on Wednesday. We'll talk about that on Wednesday, the Jimbo Fisher incident.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Don't let me forget.
Well, listen, Craig, I'm going to be tuned in. I'm heartbroken, so I'm not picking with people because I think I'm cursed.
Craig,
because
and tell Craig have that Facebook post, have his Facebook ready.
Yeah.
Have his Facebook ready. Have your post ready. Don't hide.
Hey, what is your thought of my team? Like they blew that game to Ohio State.
I listen. I love that coach at Penn State.
Yeah, frankly, he energetic, but he's scared.
And I love what he said. Listen, we're a great program. We're still underneath Alabama. We're still underneath Ohio State. We need to turn the goddamn corner. And he put
it starts with coaching, though.
He put that onus on himself and his staff. And that's where my team is. My team needs to turn the corner. We're 7-3. 7-3. 7-3. Right now we're 7-1. Right now we're 7-1. We gotta turn the corner. Just get there ain't good enough. And that's where Franklin is. I like him, man. I like him a lot.
Only thing I dislike about Franklin is that he second guesses himself. Like, either you're gonna be a coach that is wow and outgoing, or you're gonna be this conservative coach. But you can't have two identities within the game. Like, he
got way too conservative at the end of the game.
And he does this all the time. Like, you have to keep your foot on people's throat. You know what I'm saying?
Especially Ohio State.
Ohio State, because they always slither and get out of the cracks.
Yep.
Yep. So I would not have put my everything in a running game that didn't provide anything that day.
James Franklin and Frank Reich, we covered that. They were about to fight a fan. See, the problem with Penn State, I don't know. I've been to Penn State a couple of times. I used to work the Penn State camp. The goddamn crowd is right on top of that sideline. That sideline is only 7 feet, 6, maybe 8 feet deep. And that stadium, they keep adding seats because it holds 100,000. But I'm
third biggest.
The football, the stands, the fans are right on top of the team, right on top of the team. So I didn't hear about James Franklin. You heard about James Franklin?
No, I didn't hear about Franklin. No.
Frank Reich?
I think you were talking about Frank Reich. It must be Frank Reich.
Frank Reich fight.
Abdul got new news. Like,
only Abdul. Ricky Slade. Sanders wasn't getting shit all night.
Ricky Slade got hurt. That's why Sanders had his number on.
Okay. Frank Reich didn't punt and save Bill O'Brien's job. Bill O'Brien, listen, Bill O'Brien is done. If he don't have to get to 500, he's done.
Why you don't like him?
What has he done? Since he's left Penn State, what has he done?
I thought it was what's your name?
Listen, Bill O'Brien's his claim to fame is he was the coach after Joe Pa that brought Penn State back.
Yeah, but he also the coach that produced Christian Hackenberg, and he was a horrible bust in the league.
And you notice he ain't draft. He had a chance to draft Hackenberg, and he didn't.
Yeah, he ain't draft him. He ain't even look at that kid.
But our dumbasses don't even see that Bill O'Brien coached his ass, recruited his ass, brought his ass to Penn State, and then when he got to the league, he didn't even pick him.
He ain't even pick him. He ain't even give him a
But the Jets
chance.
don't see
And you
that
know
shit.
that crazy part is y'all had drafted 3 quarterbacks that year anyway though.
Terrible.
Terrible. The old Jets, boy.
But we got one now.
Yeah,
one
I
now.
like it.
We got one
All
now.
right.
And by the way, that guy right there, #1 receiver in Long Island.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Like, how many more games left?
They got 4 more games left. The goal
Okay.
is 800 yards. That gives you 100 yards a game. 800 yards. He's at 435 right now. 80 catches. 80 catches gives you 10 catches a game. And 8 touchdowns. He has 2 touchdowns.
So he need 2 more, or he has to? So
He
he
has 2.
needs
He needs 6 more.
Needs 6 more. So he got to turn it up.
Yeah, but it's hard because teams are now game planning to stop him. He's getting double covered. He's getting triple covered. You know, it's kind of hard right now for him. But he's still getting good numbers despite all the game planning.
So what's their record?
1-3. Let me tell you something. They lost the first game, 25-22. They lost the second game, 42-34. They won the third game, and they lost this game, 22-20.
Wow. So
if
they close.
Stop turning the ball over, they win all those games.
So who turned it over? The quarterback or?
Don't get me started. Why you get me started, Gary?
Because it sounds like
they got a running back, Gary. He got 8 fumbles on the season.
Wow.
He had 7 going into yesterday's game. He was benched. The first running back, the running back that's playing ahead of him, got hurt. They put him back in the game. Anybody can touch the ball but him. They gave him the ball. His first carry, he fumbled it on the 5-yard line. That's the difference in the game right there.
That's crazy. Like a lot of heartbroken kids.
Gary, you could see the air leave the room. You could see, you know how you could see like what the fuck? These kids like, what the you could see it. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
I almost broke my fat head, everything.
Well, listen, I need to get prepared for this Chiefs game because I gotta see this
we gotta
game.
get Craig ass.
Yeah, I use my phone as the as my TV, so I'm gonna have to.
That's a fact, Wallace. Product of camps and 7-on-7 tournaments. That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, yo, listen, let's get ready for this game.
All right, man.
See you Wednesday, 7 p.m.
Definitely. Hey, Craig, don't cry in the car.
Peace.
All right, peace.
That's Gary, everybody. We're going to get ready for this game. See you Wednesday, 6 p.m. Hey. By the way, this guy right here, let's do it right. Yeah, that guy right there. See it? #1 receiver in Long Island. Peace.